excuse me. I think one of my interests in the world is America and the Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt and the Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt. I think America has become very concerned about the issues in the Middle East, particularly Saudi Arabia. And I think because of that, it's kind of introduced the Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt in Egypt. I think America sees Egypt as kind of like the capital of the Muslim world. I think it's kind of distancing itself from Riyadh and Saudi Arabia. I think it sees itself as too extremist, fundamental, and maybe understands its Wahhabi position in the world. I think that America is kind of disgusted by the behaviour of Saudi Arabia, the way it treats its women, the way it tries to manage its economy and its oil wealth, how it produces the oil wealth in the world. I think it's kind of dominated by oil, global Iranian oil now. And I think there's been an issue with the Saudi royal family as well. I don't think Muslims believe in kind of a monarchy in the Islam world or a royal family in the Islam world. And I think the Saudi Arabians have been very greedy in the world, in the Muslim world as well. They've kind of just spent all of their oil wealth with nothing to show for it. And perhaps they have kind of human rights concerns with women and women driving as well and lots of other things. So I think that there is an issue with Saudi Arabia in the world, how they could be greedy and disgusting. So I think America has kind of introduced the Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt to perhaps create a strong presence in the Muslim world of an alternative, strong Muslim presence that can perhaps deal with Saudi Arabia. So I think that the Americans have been dealing with kind of building up the Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt for the past 10 to 15 years. It's kind of been doing that. I don't know why it's done it with the Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt. It could have done it with perhaps an alternative, perhaps secular, passive, religious kind of influence. But I think it's dealing with it with an extreme, hardline religious influence. And that actually looks like a Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt, so that's slightly unusual and concerning. I think America is quite neglectful of that, because if you look at Egypt, it's not strongly placed in the Muslim world, but America seems to think it's strongly placed, and it's doing it with the Muslim Brotherhood of Egypt. And I think that's quite risky and dangerous, because the Muslims in the Muslim world do have expectations in the Muslim world. They have very strong views about its expectations in the Muslim world, and they're very proactive about it and very active about it. And for America to do the Arab Spring and to do some kind of a strange Muslim Brotherhood ethos, I mean, if you look at world history, we've not had Muslim Brotherhood governments before, but I think America, with its popular culture and its awkward culture, it thinks that a Muslim Brotherhood government could quite work in the Muslim world. So that's very strange, and I think it's very neglectful and perhaps very disrespectful and insulting for the entire Middle East and North Africa and the Muslim world. And I think that's why we could be having a lot of problems with the Middle East, like Yemen, the Saudi royal family, perhaps Iran as well, Syria. Turkey doesn't know what it's doing in the Middle East. I think Egypt thinks it can do everything in the Middle East. And North Africa seems very powerful and dominant and strong in the Muslim world. So I think that America does have some answers, some questions to answer with what it's doing with the Egyptian Muslim Brotherhood. I think we should have a normal government in Egypt and not a Muslim Brotherhood. I think the Muslim Brotherhood could be a terrorist organisation. So I think that America does have some questions to answer for with this Muslim Brotherhood. Thank you.